So, Jim, what do we think about resilience?
Okay, so this one, I think this was one of the early ones that we released, one of the early singles. Um, and this also came from, I believe, my hand pan improvisations. And I sent you a couple of long um, files of me playing handpan, and you found this one section that you really liked, and you built on it. And I really like what you did. You added some really nice pads, and you also added, I believe this is the only track maybe that you play oud on.
Yes, it's my solo oud solo.
Yeah. And I love the sound of the oud. It's such a beautiful Middle Eastern stringed instrument. It ties back to my Middle Eastern roots as well. And I think you did a great job of playing some nice quarter note triplets, figures.
That's
Um,
all I can do in the oud.
yeah, no, you did some faster things too, but it's beautiful, and it adds so much texture to this track.
That's one of the nice things
And
about instruments like the oud and the sitar is you can just play a little bit of it and it adds so much to what you're doing in the track.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah.
How did you mic the oud? I'm just curious.
I have a pair of AKG 480s in the booth that I use for guitar, and I figured it's similar sonics to that, so I just use those.
Do you use those for the sitar as well?
Yeah, I'm kind of lazy about switching out mics, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
So I've just been for the last, I don't know, 9 months since Jim loaned them to me. Nicely, Jim Chemo West, he was very kind to
yeah,
loan those to me. And I love it because they're so good with guitars. And on the same
yeah.
mic stand in the booth, I have a vocal mic so that I can use it for the same stand for vocals and guitar. When you've got a
I
small
see.
space like a little booth, it
Yeah.
works out.
Are
TMI.
those like, are they pencil mics? Is that what
Yeah,
they're
they're
like?
pencil mics.
Yeah. Well, whatever they sound amazing. I mean, the sounds that you get out of them sound really, really good. So, very, very happy with the sound of that. Uh, and what else? You can talk a little bit more about maybe some of the other sounds you put in there. This track has two kind of sections to it, right? It's got the boom, 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 that kind of part, which is on the hand pan on the low D, and then it's got the kind of that's kind of the dramatic section, and then it's got the quieter ostinato section, right? And it goes back and forth between those two sections, and I really like that about it. But let's hear what any other comments that you have about it.
Yes, I do, but I'm gonna have to listen to it again. Let me mute this. Um, well, there is the ubiquitous fretless bass, of course. And
Yes.
that was fun to put on here because I don't usually use it in something ambient like this. Because there's a little motion, I think it works really well. But it gave me an opportunity to play a few holes, fill up a few
Yeah.
holes. And I
Yeah.
can't remember which one of us did most of the synth stuff. Was that me?
I think it was you on this one anyway. On this one,
Yeah.
you did it all as far as I can remember.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, no,
I didn't
I
mean
I
to
like it.
hog up all the
That's
action.
okay. I would have added something else if I thought it needed anything, but I think, I was very happy with what you did. By the way, I just want to talk about like the fretless bass, which we used on Forgiveness, and I can't remember what else you used it on this project. But I know we had this conversation about how you've had other fretless basses in the past and they weren't inspiring you, and then you got this one and it just really like inspired you, and that was the sound that you wanted. And I saw something on another friend's uh, social media feed today. He's also happens to be a bass player, and he was talking about how posted a picture of his three basses, and he said each one of these inspires me to play in a different way. And he was just advocating for choosing an instrument that inspires you, because if you have that, that's half the battle. Like, you know what I mean? Like you
I
pick up
do. Yeah.
if you have an instrument that you want to pick up, you want to pick it up because it inspires you to play, then you're more than halfway there. You know, you're just going to play beautiful things on it.
Yeah, I like to describe it as the instrument plays itself. I've got a
Yeah,
really nice sitar. I've got a really beautiful fretless bass, some electric guitars that speak to me. And I have my Martin acoustic and a few other acoustics, but they all, inspire me to, make the sound that they want to produce. You know,
yeah,
each guitar has its different quality, and that will inspire me. Like if I'm picking up a Telecaster with a clean tone, I'm
yeah.
gonna want to play clean, countryish, style.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah,
If I've got a Les Paul with three Marshalls behind me, I'm gonna want a power chord. So it's about reading the
yeah,
room in that sense, where you set yourself up for success by picking an instrument that's going to elicit naturally what it is you want to elicit. And there's nothing wrong with my old fretless bass. It just wasn't the sound that makes me go, "Oh, that's so cool." This one,
yeah,
I play one or two notes and I'm there already. I don't have to do as much as I
yeah,
used to do to try to, infer that sound. It's just already there. So,
yeah. And
I
that
bet you feel
and
this. I was going to
yeah,
say
go
you feel the
ahead.
same way about your percussion instruments.
Absolutely. My drums, I have three drum sets. Each one of them, is for like gives me a different feeling, and all my hand drums. And even, with synthesizers, like when in the days when we used to buy synthesizers, now everything's on the laptop. But even with synthesizers, I was like, I always wanted to pick synthesizers that inspired me with their sounds. Um, I just, yeah, like, and I will say this to you, like it shows when you're playing an instrument that inspires you, it shows to the listener. Like, I hear it too. We all hear it. So, it's so important. I think that's really, it's great that you found a bass that speaks to you. Um, and I think we're all the better for that, for you finding that.
Oh, thank you. It's been so much
Yeah.
fun to have that in my what do you call it? An arrow in my quiver, as they say.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, so we got fretless bass on there,
But
and
let's shift over to what does resilience mean to you?
what does resilience mean to you? Well, to me, it means uh, standing firm, standing strong in the face of not the best conditions. Um, and I know we've all been there at different times in our lives. Um, and so, yeah, it's just a strength. It's a kind of inner strength. And just it's hard. It's really hard to be resilient sometimes. Sometimes the world can really beat you down, and um, so I think it's something that we should strive for. We should all strive for. What
Amen to
about
that.
you?
Well, this ties into the cover on this, the Our Lord's Candle,
Yeah,
the beautiful white flowers. Um,
which is also isn't that also a yucca
it's
plant or something?
also
Or
known as the yucca plant. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I've been going up to Topanga Park, Tuna Park, after the fires and watching the regrowth over the last 6 months. And one of the first plants to come up was the yucca. And when it
Hmm.
comes up in the ground, it's covered in black because it was burnt, but it wasn't destroyed. So you see this black pineapple looking thing coming out of the ground, and it's really quite extraordinary.
Hmm.
And watching it go from a little pineapple to long stalks and this beautiful white flowers that you see on the cover, which I'll put in the video,
Hmm.
is quite extraordinary. And it really shows nature's resilience, and how
Put
we
it
can
right.
emulate that.
Put it
Put it right
right
there.
there, just
Put it
above
right there.
where my finger is,
Oh,
so everyone
other
can
finger.
see.
Hang on, my other finger. Yeah. Oh, no, over there.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll just keep flashing it back and forth. Yeah, so that's a really the epitome of resilience. You can be crude about it and say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But I don't know if that's quite that intense. It's about, every experience offers you a learning experience.
Yeah.
And you can look at the crisis or you can look at the opportunity that comes from the crisis.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's Bodhidharma, knock down 9 times, get up 10. In my
Yeah.
case, knock down 99 times, get up 100. Um, and that's just it. You just get up because there's no other
Yeah.
choice, really.
Yeah. Or
So,
in the case of the that song, I get knocked down, but I get up again.
yeah,
Um,
that too.
Also, I think about I saw something recently, and I think about trees, and trees that you have this beautiful tree, and then all the leaves fall off, and it's like kind of looks kind of pathetic, in a way, with all the leaves falling off, and it just stands there and stands and stands, and then soon enough the leaves grow back,
Yeah.
And so that's something we can all take a lesson from trees. When we, like you said, get knocked down, the leaves fall off. And then if you just hang in there, the leaves will start to blossom again.
It's amazing. Some of the trees that I saw up there were black, barren, and for months looked like they were dead. Now, I'm not anywhere close to an arborist, but to the, plebeian eye, they looked dead. And sure enough, about May, I think they they're starting to come back. There's some little leaves popping out. There's some things at the on the bottom of the trunk. So it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's really amazing.
very, very cool. Very cool. Very sad what happened there with all the fires, but it's
Yeah.
good to hear stories like this of regrowth from from the ashes, as it were.
Yes.
All right. And
Ashes to
did
ashes.
you take that picture, the cover picture, or
I think
was
that
it
was Pam. That was Pam,
okay?
and her eagle eye of beauty.
And yeah, and we owe her great thanks because she took several of the pictures on this album project.
Yes, when we get up to
And
collect our Grammy, we can thank her there.
yeah, 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 Pam Ross. Yeah. Okay. So good. Anything else?
This is fun. We should do it again.